Hey there, coaches, it is Sinai here. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day so far, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon or evening. I hope you're doing great. So I just wanted to come in here and I've entitled this live stream, The Magic of Thinking Big. And then in brackets, how not to be weird about wanting to earn more money. And the reason I've added that little extra bit is I kind of just want to touch on a subject that I've seen a few posts recently and some content that has alluded to, the six-figure fantasy, or there's some, something that's somehow icky or not noble about desiring a six-figure business or a six-figure year. So I want to touch on that, this kind of, quote unquote, the six-figure fantasy, because it's important that I do this when we're talking about money, that you don't be weird about wanting to earn more money. So the first thing I want to kind of ask you here is, in terms of the magic of thinking big, are you harnessing the magic of thinking big? Seriously, when you look at your current goal, your current monthly income goal, are you thinking big enough? And this is a really important question to put to you, because you know this, you become what you think about. So where are you currently placing your thoughts right now when it comes to the amount of money you've set yourself as a goal? So I want to put this to you. I want you to grab pen and paper and just play with me here. So when you think about your current monthly income goal, what is it? Just think about it in your own mind. What have you set yourself? What's the figure you've got on your vision board, or that you've written in your journal, or that just mentally you want to earn from your coaching business every month? So as you look at that figure, that's the figure, and I'm not talking about the amount you need to make to cover your basic bills. I want you to think about the amount that you really want to earn. So just think about that right now. How much do you want to earn? And as you kind of swill it around a bit, this figure that you want to earn in your coaching business, now I want you to double it. So just double it. Mentally, double it. And then as you double it, I want you to write on your piece of paper that doubled figure. Okay, so have you done that? Have you written that doubled down figure? So when you've written it down, just look at that figure. Okay, now we're ready to play. I want you to focus on that figure that you've just written down, double the amount that you had previously set yourself as a desired goal. So as you look at that doubled figure, and you allow yourself just for a second, we're going to play here, just for a second, as you look at that figure you've written down, just begin to imagine how you'll be feeling when you're earning that doubled amount. How will it feel? How proud will you feel? How accomplished will you feel? How much will you love the clients that are enabling you to earn this amount of money because of the value you're giving? How will you celebrate? So just take a second with that figure that you've written on a piece of paper to really step into the feeling of that new amount. And I'm going to be straight with you here. That figure that you've written down is actually the amount that you really ought to be shooting for. That is the amount you really ought to be shooting for. Why? Because we're here to expand and grow. You are vibrational and you are unlimited. And so when you focus on that new doubled figure, it feels exciting, right? It feels exciting. So already you're starting to resonate, you're starting to vibrate at that expanded amount. And so this is the amount that I want you to kind of focus on as the real goal that you're shooting for. This is kind of where you're starting to harness the magic of thinking big. And if you're thinking, well, it makes me feel, icky in some way, then you've got to look back at that. You've got to kind of hold up a mirror and think, why would I not want to earn this money? Because let's face it, at the end of the day, money is currency. Currency is energy, and it's the energy of exchange, value for value. So when you think about it's the energy of exchange, you're giving value, and in exchange for your value you are earning money. So actually, when you diminish your goal, when you hold small on the amount that you've set yourself to earn as a result of your coaching services, you're actually undermining your own value. But not only that, worse than that, you are doing a disservice to those people who actually need your services. Think about that for a moment, because you will earn in equivalency to the value you're providing. So if you want to provide more value and you want to reach more people and you want to make a difference in the world, then of course by virtue of doing that you're going to earn more money. So by setting yourself that little piddly goal, that small fry goal, you're actually doing a disservice to the people that need you. So when you reframe it in that way, you can really step into that doubled up figure that you wrote earlier in this live stream. So that is part of the magic of thinking big. I am earning this larger figure because it's a symbol of the amount of value that I am providing. So that is a huge reframe. The other thing that comes up a lot is when you look at that doubled figure that you've written down, does it scare you? Are you scared when you look at that figure? Yes, it's exciting, but is it also scary? And here's what I'm going to say about that. If you're feeling scared, or if you think about that larger amount and it does make you feel scared, then brilliant. That's really good, because what you can do with that scared feeling, that fear you're feeling, is actually what that means is you've just risen to the surface all of those subconscious beliefs that you have around money, and all of those subconscious blocks that you have around your ability to earn that amount of money. And those beliefs and blocks were previously subconscious, completely unknown to you. But the minute you doubled up that figure and you looked at that figure and you experienced that fear, that gives you something to work with. You can now uproot the core of those subconscious beliefs and blocks, because they're now evident to you. They've been triggered out to the surface, which is really good news. Because when you were previously playing with that minuscule goal and not being triggered, you would have been just on that loop, not managing to even achieve the smaller goal, because you haven't raised to the surface your subconscious fears and blocks about money and about your ability to make that, to earn the money. I keep saying make, I mean earn that money. People only make money if they're working in the mint. We earn money because we are providing value. So it's that value exchange. So I've got to be really kind of careful with my words there. So now that you know that scared feeling is something to be celebrated, it means that you've brought to the awareness, your conscious awareness, those fears, those old money stories, those old blocks. That means you can work on them. So, you know, when you go big with your goals, you unearth the blocks. You feel more excited and motivated, and C, you get to grow really fast. And what I want to talk about in terms of these posts that I've been seeing and this content that's alluding to this six-figure fantasy, and, you know, almost kind of giving people permission to stay small, it kind of winds me up, because the 100K mark, let's talk about the six-figure mark as a noble goal, as a worthy goal. The 100K mark is not that fantastic in terms of the amount of money it actually is. And so, you know, if you broke it down, let's just break it down for a moment. A 100K goal, really, it's a great milestone to work towards. It's a great goal. If you've never been there before, it's a fantastic goal to set yourself. And we all must have goals. You know, goals is what keeps us our skin in the game. It's what keeps us moving forward. It's the destination. So goals, absolutely, we've got to have them. But the 100K goal, great first milestone, but it's not this, this six-figure fantasy and, don't go there. As I've been seeing a lot of posts sort of suggesting or hinting at, just break it down for a moment. You could earn six figures in your business if every month you were earning a modest 5K, and then 2 times a year you did a program launch, and each of those program launches brought in a 20K, a group program, for example, and you did 2 of those program launches both at 20K, or you did 1 program launch and that brought you in 40K. You have just hit 100K a year. So, when you break it down like that, it's not some massive, big, scary, sacrificial, I'm going to be overwhelmed, I'm going to be throwing myself under the bus, scary thing. It's just, you can break it down so that it feels more realistic, but it's just a great first milestone. So it's not some 6-figure fantasy or something that is, so scary and out of your reach. It's a goal. And why would you not go for it? Because, as coaches, as healers, as consultants, as mentors, as therapists, as salespeople, which we all have to become in our businesses, we are all in the industry of personal development, personal growth. And so, we're all about expanding and growing. So when we set ourselves a goal and we make it a bodacious goal, then we're more likely to up-level ourselves and grow at that faster level. So, and they say, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? So to set yourself a really big goal will stretch you. It will have you stepping out of your comfort zone. It will feel more exciting to you. And, it's constantly stretching you. And also, as I mentioned earlier, it's just a reflection of the amount of value that you are delivering into the world. So that 100K goal, it's not about being greedy or over ambitious or overzealous or sacrificial in any way. It's just a really noble, virtuous goal. And when we have goals, it means that we are not rudderless and that we have a destination. And it means that we're not going to suddenly, years down the line, wake up and think, oh my God, I don't have a retirement pot to fall back on. So absolutely, set yourself those big goals. Know that you're stretching yourself and it's healthy to grow and expand. And that's what the universe is doing anyway. And as we're all parts of the universe, then it's our job to just go with it. The only time we feel anxiety and worry and fear is when we're resisting that expansion. Okay, so the key to this message really is, just to kind of sum up, is the more money you're earning, as I said, it's simply a reflection of the amount of value that you're delivering out and putting out there. So vibrationally, you are limitless, absolutely limitless. It's just about how you're raising your vibration, raising your self-worth, raising your value, reaching more people. And so going back to the beginning of this live stream, as you wrote down that figure, that doubled up figure, and if you've missed the beginning, please go back so that you know what we're talking about here. But when you think about that doubled up figure, you've just stretched your imagination a bit more within these few minutes. You can't go back. You can't go back. So now your goal is that doubled up figure. And you can thank me later, but focus on that doubled up figure now and feel into the excitement of it. That's your new goal. Don't play small. It's not serving anybody. It's not serving the people that you're here to serve and reach, and certainly not serving you. And the more money you're earning, the more you're able to then contribute and put that money back into the system, whether that's through your own self-investment and investment into your business, and of course just for normal everyday services and products. So It's not icky to want to earn more. It's just a reflection of the value that you're putting out there. So guys, I hope you found this helpful. You've just stretched yourself a little bit today with that doubling up. And I hope from this moment on, you do not go back. You focus on that new doubled up figure and feel into the excitement of it. So sending you a ton of love as always, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.